Hello, I'm doing it late, and the reason for this is because I don't really have a class that I'm teaching right now. What I've ever done is worked with adults and taught small groups at an academy, substitute taught, and did summer school. I wasn't really like in charge of my own class, so I'm kind of doing this last minute and late. So um, the standard that I would use would be for eighth grade reading. And this is from the California Department of Education standards. And I'd be looking at 3.5, where you identify and analyze recurring themes, good versus evil, um, across traditional and contemporary works. So I'm looking at eighth graders. I know sometimes in ninth they read of Mice and Men, but I'm going to kind of fake it and say my classroom of learners reading of Mice and Men. I'd put them in probably just pair them up. I feel they can respond to each other and have peer tutoring if I bring them into a larger group after their initial, one-on-one meeting with a partner. Um, I just believe like if they're able to kind of portray themselves as the characters or read things that are pertaining to their lives, to make it a more constructionist theory. Because, when I was reading about that, it was very interesting about how, the they just like pair up and brainstorm, and also, peer tutoring, cooperative learning groups, um, some good things that they can work on. I'm not done. This video is tough for me to do. Sorry. um, look at see what else I have to answer here. I just feel like if I just chose a student, that I did from the previous class about their learning gaps and things like that, um, I'd probably want to pair them with, as well as like having a higher learner and a lower level learner work together. And then, like I said, if I brought them into larger groups, it would be groups of four probably after that, where, they just gather ideas and brainstorm and are hopefully able to discuss something about Mice and Men and about good versus evil, um, you know, antagonist, things of that nature. So I mean, I just feel like the grouping that I would do works with the constructivist theory, constructivistic learning. um, I don't really have much more to say. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I suppose I could. My personal experience is working with Korean children. They're probably like sixth, seventh graders with my reading club. I used a book called A Single Shard because it related to Korean history about their the pottery, and it was an award-winning book. It was a Newbery Award winner. So I taught like reading and writing classes, and I just figured like, let's give them something that would interest them that pertains to their culture. And then it seemed like with that book, I was able to generate and get a lot of response and a lot of enthusiasm about their reading. Because, a lot of times kids don't want to read. They're not really seeming to want to do it anymore. The ones that do, it's great. Because I always tell my daughter, it helps you with vocabulary, it helps you write better. You can see how sentences are formed and written, punctuation. So there's nothing like it. I read and write all the time. I love writing stories, and I think with my enthusiasm, I can really manage groups well, by leading them, and mentoring the students to open discussions with themselves, what pertains to their real lives, and able to discuss literature and analyze it. I think those things will help. And then peer tutoring or peer grouping where they can help each other. Um, I think small group learning is the best. I don't like large groups. I think the kids tend to kind of one person dominates and they don't really know how to control their groups sometimes, especially like eighth grade. I'm talking about. Um, that's about it for me. I'm sure my videos will be a lot better the following weeks. Thank you.